What are you doing, Daddy?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2. Today we got the pride of Athens, Alabama, Adam Colwell, a former colleague of mine. He and I did a little deep dive into the Netflix Choose Your Own Adventure game story movie called Bandersnatch, and there will contain spoilers, just like every one of my movie reviews will be spoiler reviews. I don't have time to tiptoe around it because I'm lazy and this podcast is bad. Not really. It will get better, I promise. So if you haven't seen Bandersnatch, go ahead and watch it. Spoiler alert to the spoiler podcast. There's about 5 different endings and several other different kind of brick walls you'll hit. So go ahead and watch it. And if you haven't, just sit back and listen, and maybe you'll be intrigued enough to watch. So let's do this. Bandersnatch, baby. Woo! But we'll do spoilers in this one. That's what I'm going to put on there. It's going to be a spoiler cast.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to talk about it without spoilers.
Especially that one. Everybody. That's not the only movie I've ever seen that Bandersnatch. That is the only one I've ever seen. People just flat out come out and say, "All right, what ending did you get? Which one did you get though?"
The first one I got was where I picked the command and control or program and control, and then I killed my dad.
Everybody kills the dad.
And then I beat the hell out of the lady at the end.
Oh, karate lady when she whipped out her sticks.
Yep.
You didn't. I want to try it and jump out the window. I wonder if that leads to a different ending. It kind of looks like it would.
You can jump out the window. Okay, so you want me to? Are we recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the way it happens when you jump out the window is it pulls back, and the director lady is like, "What are you doing?" And then all of a sudden you're in the production room. And dude starts freaking out. It's like, oh shit. And she starts calling him Mike. And he's like, that's not my name. And so she pulls him back and goes and gets the medic. So it kind of breaks the fourth wall.
Oh, so you did that one?
Yeah.
I like when he goes into the studio there in one of his flashbacks, when he goes into a studio.
Yeah.
Turns out his mom was like a character actor as well.
Yep. It's kind of the same thing, except this even pulls back even more that he's just like, it's the actual Netflix studio.
I'll tell you, I was talking about this today. My cousin watched it, and I debated getting him on this, but I wanted somebody just that we hadn't spoken to about it. He watched it, and I told him, I said, for real, for like a half a minute, I thought that when that Netflix option came up, that my reality had been hacked and I was in some kind of alternate universe, and that's how they did it. I was like, is this real? Is this happening? Because when it said Netflix, I was like, what?
Yeah, that shit was weird. I mean, they really broke the fourth wall, but at the same time, it kind of felt like it fell apart at the end when they started to doing that. I don't know if it's just because I chose so many options right after another, because you can go back and do every option.
Mm-hmm.
So I did the Netflix.
It gives you other options to do it.
Mm-hmm. So I did the Netflix option, and then you get to fight the lady. And either option you pick on that, you can either pick yes or fuck yeah.
Yeah, it does the same thing.
Yeah, you still fight the lady. And then when I did it the last time and I actually tried to jump out the window, that's when it went to the studio and then the credits roll. It doesn't give you an option to go back.
So that's one of the endings?
Yeah, so I don't know if that's because I actually did all of the endings right there that it would allow me to do, or if that was just the actual ending.
I hear there's 3 to 5.
So I got at least 3 of them. And I know IGN actually has a wiki up, so you can go in and look at all the choices and see what they will let you do and what they lead to. Like, so I have a question. The music at the beginning, which one did you pick?
What were the 2 options? One was
One was Now 2, and I don't remember
the other one. I picked the other one.
Okay.
One was like Now, that's what they call music.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Teeny Bopper album. No, I didn't pick it. I remember that.
Oh, okay. So was your music from that tape throughout the entire show, or?
I think it. Man, I didn't really pay attention, to be honest.
Because it seems like every song that played while I was watching Bandersnatch was from that tape, from that album.
You know, that's weird because I did think it had a really good soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
But it was all like the same thing. So that is a factor.
So I guess depending on what you choose changes your soundtrack for the TV show.
I see. I thought those were just practice. That makes a lot of sense. It's like song choice. Like we pretty much decided it was like just to get you the 10-second practice, but I guess it's not. Maybe it is. You pick your own soundtrack. That's pretty in depth.
Yeah. So, when is the first time you rewound?
When he said yes to taking the deal with that fat Indian guy.
Okay.
And it went back. And I tried to make it go still to see if it tried something different once I did, but it still said, "You sure?" And it just brought me right back to the blank screen.
Yeah, so that was the thing that it did to me too. Is it just rewound and it's like, okay, so let's pick again.
Did you take the drugs when he chased the guy?
I did.
I said, I put just say no, and then creepy looking British bastard with the blonde hair, who I thought was an albino black dude for the longest time.
He really looks it. I mean,
dude, it was worrying me. He's the scariest part of the movie. He drops it in your drink. He walks by and says, "Okay, then." Pours it in your drink, and dude's drink is like, "You know what? I bet I can fly." And what's it matter? I bet I can fly. I wanted to push him out the window. I was like, no, I'm going to jump, see if I can, because I knew it would be POV. I want to see how far they would go.
Also, it was POV all the way down?
I think so. I think it all the way to you land on top of a big truck.
Oh, shit. See, I picked him. I told him to jump.
What did he do?
It killed him, and then he just wasn't in it for the rest of the thing. So he jumps, and then it rewinds back until you pick right before you get to go into...
Yeah, go see the doctor?
Yeah. So it goes right back to there, and you start mumbling off about, oh, like, he jumped. And then you go in and see the doctor and everything, and then you go back to the video game studio, and he just doesn't show up. He's like, oh, well, he just fucked off for a little bit, and we haven't seen him. So it's like he really died, and even though you rewound, he was still dead.
Man. What's his name? Colin? Follow
yeah.
Colin?
Yep, it was Colin.
I'm writing this down. I'm writing it down so I wanted to go back and watch it a while ago. Colin dies forever. Oh, that stupid doctor was getting on my nerves. I wish they would have actually done more of him beating the hell out of her. Instead of just getting drugged off by the orderlies.
That was still pretty great, though. I mean, I really didn't expect that. I didn't know what was going on.
I thought it might have took like a different turn. I thought it might have been into like a different movie completely. Like he goes like on the run or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was waiting on like a crazy plot twist.
No, the craziest plot twist was it breaking the fourth wall when you picked to try to jump out the window.
Oh, the window in the doctor's office when you jump out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what else?
Also,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I said, well, I was thinking the passwords on the box. There were two different ones of those. There were three different ones. I think those were trivial as well.
Yes, there was Pack.
There's Pax, and Toy.
Yeah. I never did pick Pax, did you?
I picked Pax the first time because I knew Pack might have been the guaranteed one to answer because they just talked about it.
Okay. So what does Pax do?
I think he opened it. What did he do? I think his dad found him, or it didn't work. That's what happened. It didn't work at all.
Okay.
It just said, beep, invalid code. The next time he went back, it was Toy and Pack.
Okay, so you didn't get to use Pack?
I think I used it after like the third try.
Okay.
But so one of them Pack wasn't an option.
Okay. Yeah, one of them, Toy and Pax, was the option.
I almost think there was like a K involved in one of them, like Cack.
I didn't see that one.
Had a wiki pulled up not too long ago. I didn't want to read too much because I wanted to actually dive into it myself. That thing was crazy. It's like I feel weird. Let me go to a wiki here. This is professional grade production here.
Hey, you got the pregnant pauses. I mean, it's like, did we disappear or are we still here? Nobody knows.
The first one I did, I went through and actually edited those out.
Really?
Yeah, because it was because they were stupid. Because I was basically troubleshooting sesh, and so I was sitting here just kind of weeding stuff out to see what would happen. And so it wasn't necessarily like it wasn't done right, but it was basically working kinks out.
I've listened to some where they just go with it. They don't care. I mean,
oh yeah, for the most part, if it gets When it gets more natural to me, I'll definitely leave them in there. I won't even care. Let's see what the news says about it. That might be Black Mirror Bosses Unpacked. Ooh. This might be a good one. The director.
So what's it saying about the director?
The director unpacks the ending. God, that guy's creepy looking. He's the creepiest. I hate looking at him. Starts talking like you're watching a podcast after a while. He's like, there's no reality.
I know I even went and tried to look up the book. I was like, well, maybe it's based off a real book. And
Is it?
the only thing all I really saw that come up was stuff that was based off of Alice in Wonderland. Because you remember in it, there was a Bandersnatch. I don't remember what it did, but...
Yeah, I've heard that word before that. It didn't even ring a bell, but I remember hearing it. Couldn't tell you where it was from.
Yeah, the only place I've ever seen it is Alice in Wonderland.
I
know...
Jabberwock is what I'm thinking of, not Bandersnatch. Beware the Jabberwock.
It might actually be the Jabberwock, so never mind.
Yeah, that's. I think my brain was trying to get. Huntsville High did a thing called The Hatter, which was a very Norrish look at the Mad Hatter character being like a mental patient.
Yeah.
And it all being in his head, and the whole thing was beware the Jabberwock. That's what I kept trying to replace it with in my mind. At least I know. That's what it was with me.
Well, yeah, it's an interesting concept because you look at Batman, and the Mad Hatter's a villain in it, and it's just he's a mental patient, and he believes his sister's Alice, and he has his tea parties and everything, just like the Lewis Carroll stuff.
Is there really a Mad Hatter in Batman?
Yeah. Yeah, and he has these programmed cards, and he'll control people with the cards, and it's just mind control.
My whole life, I remember in first or second grade, one of my friends told me there's a Mad Hatter character, and I've never even seen it before. Is he just on like Arkham or something?
He's in the comics, Arkham. I mean, he's kind of a B-class villain, but he's definitely been around.
Was he on that early 90s cartoon?
Yes.
Okay, I bet I saw him on there then.
Yeah, the animated series.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That is the best Batman. Forever, Kevin Conroy will be Batman, and Mark Hamill will be the Joker.
I know. Oh, yeah, Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill was the best Joker as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a really big fan of the Heath Ledger Joker, but if somebody says the Joker said something and you sit there and you picture it, or you hear it in your head, it's always Mark Hamill's Joker.
Oh, yeah. When you picture a Joker, you picture Mark Hamill's Joker.
I wish they would make a live-action Mark Hamill Joker.
He's all fat now. Can't do it.
Well,
I guess
it's okay.
I guess if Jack Nicklaus did it, he wasn't in any better shape than Episode 9 Luke, or Episode 8 Luke.
No, he wasn't.
And he got crushed.
But I'd watch it I want a Dark Knight Rises Batman movie, and I want Mark Hamill to be the Joker, or hell, even give me a Batman Beyond movie, and let Mark Hamill be the Joker, and then let Michael Keaton be Old Man Bruce.
Like a throwback.
Yeah.
Have them all in one. I bet they'll think of that in the next couple of years. You better write that down.
I should.
Better send that in.
But we have it on a podcast. We talked about this. I mean,
yeah, it's officially recorded. Can't take it back now unless this 2011 MacBook or Mac iMac crashes. I forgot my computer was.
It's a pooter. It doesn't matter what it is.
Nope.
It records stuff.
All right, looks like the director, back to the article I was trying to skim and find a spot. It says one ending, where he killed. The ending I got was he got on the train in the dream sequence.
Yeah.
And he died with his mother.
I got that one too.
And then he passed out. It says there's a debate whether that ending was a reality, which I think it was. I think he was just in his therapist office going into some deep trance, and it killed him like a dying in your dream.
Yeah, I guess at that point you just stroke out maybe.
Yeah, I figured just stop. He died. He died, but he didn't know that's how it. What would be the word like if you die in the Matrix, you die in real life.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. His heart stopped. He says that people aren't as apt to feel guilty about their decisions if they do something and try to kill somebody in the dream sequence. He says more people try to do the dastardly more morbid stuff in a dream sequence than they do in the real the real part of the movie that's seemingly real. That makes sense.
I can see that.
I always try to screw him up in the dream sequence. I would. I know I did. I was like, kill him, knock him in the head.
Yeah. I know there was like 3 different options that I ended up killing him. So I killed him when I picked the program and control. And then you get an option when you pick the second one, when you pick the little symbol. And it's like hit him with the ashtray. Mm-hmm. So I hit him with the ashtray, so I killed him again. So I think I killed him like 3 times. But, I mean, dude was kind of a dick anyway, so I didn't feel bad about it.
Is there a way to not kill him? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, when you go in there and you start babbling off about Netflix and that you're being controlled from the future.
Yeah.
You don't kill him then. He's like, do you want to go see the therapist? And that's how you end up in there.
All right. I think there was one time where I told him I didn't want to kill him. But I don't know if there's any other instances and I think that time it ended up at a dead end. I think every time I ended up killing him and the variables came at whether I killed Colin after him witnessing me dragging the body.
Yeah.
Or Colin came to the house. Then one time Colin came to the house and then one time the fat Indian came to the house. I think it was because I didn't answer the phone one time. See, whenever they called trying to find me.
I got neither one of those. I never had anybody come to the house.
Really?
Yeah,
he pulls a knife on him and kills the Indian guy and buries him with his dad.
Oh, that's crazy. So the one I got, the first time I killed him, he kills him, buries him in the backyard, and then it flashes over to where you're in a mental institution, and they're on that TV show reviewing your game, and they give it like 2.5 stars.
Oh, it cuts back to the game review?
Yeah. So I never saw any of that stuff. Because like I said, Colin jumped in mine, so he was never in it again.
Oh, so that takes care of all of it. That must add to a whole new different sequence of events then.
Yeah, because I didn't see anything past that point with Colin.
So that's one of the pivot points. Write that down. Colin jumps gone forever. I think so you did get, I know we just said it, you did get one where you didn't kill Dad?
Yeah. Yeah, he just takes you to see the therapist because you start freaking out because somebody's controlling you from the future.
Yes, yeah, and that's after the Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
And so he goes to the therapist and she tells him and he says, why wouldn't it be more exciting than being in a therapist office? That's when they fight or you jump out the window.
Yep.
And then one's an ending and one, after the fight it loops back around.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. That's what I was thinking. I said, because you can't go any farther. If you kill the dad, you're going to end up killing him. That's going to be your decision the whole time.
Yeah, but once I tried to jump out the window, it didn't loop back around again.
Yeah, it was an ending, straight up ending.
Yep.
That's weird because that didn't take very long. What was that movie, about an hour and 20 minutes for you?
Yeah.
Mine was right at 2.
Oh wow.
And my cousin did one ending and it was 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Holy hell.
Which is like another damn movie.
So what did he do that was different?
He said, he didn't tell me. He said he had my ending. Somebody said they had an ending that was straight up just him in the prison cell, scratching the wall, which I don't know which way that way went.
So mine was he was in the prison cell scratching the wall, but it was after they showed the review.
In a straight up ending?
No, it still looped back around.
He said, one of the guys at work said it ended and cut the credits after the prison cell.
Huh.
And there was one ending that looped back around, but somebody from the future had found his game in a vault.
I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah. And she started going nuts with the Bandersnatch symbol too. It was a redheaded lady. It cut to like full blown HD instead of like the 8mm it looked like, like a shot with film.
Yeah.
When it cut to her, she was in like full blown HD, like she was with a nowadays modern camera. She said She said the reviews were horrible back in the day, but what she found was all his notes and everything, and so she rebuilt it like he had it. But the game that she had made was the actual movie you were watching, so she was playing the game. She was playing the movie as the game. And then she went nuts and started drawing all that. I think she killed herself.
Holy shit!
It got pretty bad.
So
I don't really. I may be lying. I may be misremembering that, but something bad. Like she went crazy like everybody else does that plays that game, if I remember correctly. And somebody's probably like, "No, that's not what happened." But that was the craziest one. I thought that was the movie. I thought that was where it was going to go.
So shows that there's 5 different trigger endings. There's jail, Netflix action sequence, filming, death, and history repeats itself. So maybe the history repeating itself is the one.
It didn't end. It didn't end until 30 minutes later after that.
That's crazy. And they have like a map, like a Gantt chart, or a flow chart of all the different endings, and it's like or all the different choices and how it branches, and it's freaking huge. This is on IGN.
On the website?
Yeah. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It looks like there's about 25 just main pivot points that actually changes the way everything flows.
Says here Netflix got sued by the Change Your Own Adventure series people.
Yeah, I think that's pretty crazy.
You can't patent that concept. That's like J.J. Abrams getting sued by the Blair Witch Project.
I know.
It's just a style of movie. It's going to get more. There's going to be thousands of them. You're going to get sick of these things in the next year or two.
Yeah. Well, it's like even if he's going to sue them, he needs to sue Marvel. Because if you haven't noticed, I read a lot of comics. So.
Oh yeah.
There's a Choose Your Own Adventure Deadpool comic.
Man.
And it was like I don't know, like a 5-issue run to where you got to choose your own adventure throughout the Deadpool.
I really wish I was more into Marvel.
I'm a guy myself, but I like Deadpool a lot. And
So you're a what guy? Sorry, it bleeped for a second.
oh no, it's good. I'm a DC guy.
Is that Batman?
Yeah, Batman, Superman, Justice League, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, all those.
What do you think about this Khal Drogo being Aquaman?
The movie is actually really damn good.
Like I was picturing Aquaman being like the Aquaman.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of succeeded on making it to where Aquaman wasn't stupid. It wasn't lame. Because, that was his thing for a long time. It's like, ooh, I can talk to fish. Look at me.
He didn't do anything. He just ran around like a superhero suit and didn't do any super stuff.
Yeah, but this one, he's pretty badass.
Added Mamba.
Plus, he's got the smoldering looks going on. So, like, it's already past The Dark Knight. It's like, I think, the best-selling DC movie.
Oh, of course it is, because he gets women to go see it. He brought in a whole new demographic.
Whatever works. I mean,
women going to see that like Magic Mike. That Khal Drogo. You don't have to worry about Emilia Clarke stealing the show. It's best of both worlds.
That's true. You got Amber Heard, and she played a pretty good Mara. So, got something for both preferences there.
I'm looking at this map. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's massive, ain't it?
I don't know what to do. Like, thank God my mouse has the friction wheel. There's not an actual wheel on it. It's like a touchpad / you know what I got.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do if I had to actually click.
Yeah, it's kind of I could see where you could get lost in it and probably spend about 10 hours trying to watch everything. I don't know if I could get that dedicated to it.
I think you'd have to legalize weed first.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bring on some of that.
Oh, I bet that show would be great if he was high.
I bet you'd have to go hide somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, so Netflix action sequence. That's a quick one. That's like the quickest one. Film ending. Which one's this? Dragged out, yelling about Netflix. Dad appears, chopped his head off.
Damn, you could chop your dad's head off?
Yeah, it shows it. It shows it laying on the stereo and behind him.
Damn, all I ever got was hitting him in the head with an ashtray.
Yeah, you can chop him up. Apparently, all of these endings except for the jail of the dead ends at death. That's where he's in a dead chair. You saw that one, dead and.
Yeah.
Apparently, that one and jail are the two that don't have a way to go back after it. So I may have seen all of these, but I chose to go back after it.
Makes me want to go back and rewatch it.
Oh, that's what that lady does. The one from okay. The one from the future I was telling you about. It's destroy computer or throw T over computer. I said throw T on computer, and that takes you back to the scenario before that. So I did see all the endings. Holy shit! I'm more versed on this than I thought I was. Except for the Netflix action sequence where it breaks the fourth wall. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah. And I gotta go back and watch it now, especially since all the shit with Colin, because like I said, he just wasn't in like the second half of mine.
Yeah, he kept coming back to mine. He was like a. He was like an activist for what's it? He was like an activist for him because every time the fat Indian guy would try to like cut him and talk a lot of smack, he goes, "He's an artist. Give him some time." Just every time he was like his friend in the one I had, like an advocate.
Damn, I shouldn't have killed him.
Because it came the day the game was supposed to be ready on the 12th, I think it was.
Yeah.
And he didn't have it ready, obviously, because he just killed his dad with an ashtray. And so he went in there, and the guy came to his house and killed him. And then it looped back around after he was in jail. Then Colin came to his house. And you could either kill Colin or let him go. But then Colin calls the cops on you. Like, you son of a bitch. I was so mad. I'm like, I thought we were friends. You give me LSD, and now you can call the cops on me?
I know, right?
You did this to me.
See, the one I had, where you kill your dad beforehand, or you go meet with them. The game's not ready. You're like, I just need a couple more days.
Mm-hmm.
But Colin's dead at that point. He's not showing up. That's when they told me, like, he just fucks off sometimes. Probably went to Amsterdam or something like that. And then you go back home and you sit there and you focus on it for a couple of nights. And then it gives you an option to pick up a family photo or pick up the book or some shit. And then he flips out, and then you kill your dad.
If you pick up the photo, it goes after his dad.
Yeah.
I can't remember about the book.
Well, actually, for me, it went after my dad for picking up the book, but it gave me the option with the photo.
One was kick him in the balls. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I got to kick him in. So if he's alive when you go to the end and you do the Netflix spot scene, he'll come in and start choking the shit out of you after you beat up the lady.
Mm-hmm.
And he's choking the shit out of you, and you can either karate chop him or you could kick him in the balls.
That's what it was. Yeah, he was like karate chop dad. He's like, wah! They put him in.
I kicked him in the balls.
I just wanted to see the dude karate chop. What kind of moves this guy got?
So how did karate chop go? Did it do any good?
Yeah, it knocked him down. I can't remember if he ran away or what.
That's a hell of a karate chop.
It was. I was thinking it was orderly that got him. It was his dad. Whenever that happened, Stefan feels out of control. Kill dad or back off. Stefan. Of course, Stefan's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, a name like Stefan that screams, "Kill your father."
Stefan kills Colin. It's an official ending.
Okay, so you can kill Colin outside of making him jump.
Mm-hmm. When he catches you dragging his dad's body around.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can either kill him or let him leave. When he leaves, he calls the cops on you. You go, "Roo!" And then I think it may go to it goes to a jail ending. That's not the one where it goes to. Because several of them, it goes to him watching that game show review in prison.
Yeah.
But I don't think it does that one. It shows him scratching that Bandersnatch logo into the wall.
Is it just me, or does the Bandersnatch logo look like a Space Invader ship?
I thought it
Or
looked like a Moonanite.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Or Galaga ship.
Let's say Space Invader ship.
Or Galaga ship. Make Galaga.
Space Invader is that little game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah, they're both old school games.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, it does. I figured there was some kind of a throwback for it. Whatever it is, it's Black Mirror is shit.
Yeah.
Black Mirror will worry you to death. You don't watch it. It looks like a moon and night for real. I hope you can see this. I'm doing as hard as I can.
Have you watched all the Black Mirror stuff?
I'm in the middle of season 3, I believe. I can't remember the last one I saw, but I think it was the one where Bryce Dallas Howard. They had the point system for everybody.
I have no idea. I've only seen season 1.
Oh, you need to get into that. I burned up a Saturday one time. Not hard.
It's one of those. I watched the first season and I'm like, I'm going to come back and watch this. And then here we are like 3 years later and I'm still having to go back and watch it.
Well, the good news is it holds up. But they all start going to the same theme of futuristic ways of keeping track of you. Seems like that's what the show's about.
Yeah, somebody told me once it gets past the first season, it starts all kind of connecting. They seem to all tie in together a little bit more. I don't know, it just comes off to me as kind of like a fucked up Twilight Zone.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's all one-offs.
Yeah.
I think every once in a while there's a character that overlaps. I know when at the end of the seasons, Netflix does a thing where it starts over at the beginning of the season. And after I started season 2, or ended season 2 and it went to 3, it started over with the season 1 with the president and the pig. I said, is this a sequel to this? Like I was all fired up and said, Netflix just screwed up. I got pumped. So I want to see what happened to that president.
Yeah, no shit.
He had to bang a pig on national TV while watching porn. It's probably like its own business model in Amsterdam.
I could see that.
You have to go to completion. They said that's a thing. And they're adding that shit in. He never even listened to it. He's going to completion. Then they found her walking down the street.
I don't know. I gotta go back and watch them. There's so much stuff that I want to watch on Netflix that I just don't have time.
They finally released Robot Season 3 for not have to rent it on Amazon. You can just watch it with a subscription.
Yeah, what's bad about that is I actually bought it.
Yeah, I remember you saying you paid for it.
And I still have not watched it. I'm like, I'll do this one day. But my wife doesn't really like the show, so it's one of them I kind of got to fit in time when I can watch it without her, and that seems to never happen.
That's a first world problem.
It is.
I've got it too. Oh, here's
it's a really good show, though.
Black Mirror Easter egg subreddit. What is happening here? Keyboard clicks sound loud as shit. That his headset.
I know mine's probably loud. Mine's a mechanical keyboard, so.
Oh yeah, I've heard yours a couple times. It's like we're on whole tech support. You're gonna log into my box with remote desktop protocol. Can you just click OK, please?
That's it. That's what I'm working on. Farming out and hire my own people. And quit going to work every day.
The first one on here. Does anyone else think that mental health issues aside, Stefan is just a drama queen? That's the first post on here.
I could see that. He kind of is.
He's bringing a lot up on himself.
Okay, so now I'm going to look at it.
Oh, shit. This is, does anyone else think the St. Juniper's Hospital is a reference to San Junipero episode on Black Mirror? Is that the one where they go? Well, you've never seen it.
No.
I think it is. My friend Randy, who is probably going to listen to this, shout out to Randy Glenn. What up? There is a God, Randy, and Trump's your president. I hate to say that. Anywho, yeah, San Junipero. That's where these two lovers meet, but they're both young women in a beach town. I'm not going to tell you anything else about it because it's one of the best episodes, and he loves it. And it'll really make you all nostalgic and kind of misty-eyed if you don't watch it.
Okay, so I'm going to have to go and do it.
Yep. Whenever you see something that looks like Saved by the Bell by the beach, you'll know.
So here is a BBC article that the Bandersnatch star Will Poulter quits Twitter because of it.
They run him off Twitter.
Yep.
Feeling like keep pressing Netflix. What happened? Nothing. No replies. Man, it was really scary when he said, "They're watching me from the future from something called Netflix."
I know, that was great.
There was a time I was like, well, the reality's been hacked. I mean, that's kind
of what happened.
I guess for all intents and purposes, the fourth wall was broken and they acknowledged it. Kind of like on Rick and Morty, how Rick knows he's a cartoon.
Yeah. See, that's another reason you gotta read the Deadpool comics, because he knows he's in a comic book.
How cool would it be if they took the Deadpool business model and made Boba Fett? I would quit my job and sit out and camp for that movie when it came out.
So, unpopular opinion, Boba Fett is the most overrated Star Wars character?
Oh, yeah. I'd still watch it.
I'd watch it. Can't be any worse than Episode 8.
I don't know why Boba Fett even has a damn name. To be honest with you, he didn't do anything.
He shows up, looks cool for about 2 minutes.
Total. For 7 hours of films, total 2 minutes.
Yeah. Dies in a bitch-ass way. And then everybody loves him. I mean...
Mighty Sarlacc. But then he's a little kid with some nice hair in the prequels.
Yeah. I mean, and he sucked in the prequels.
Was he in the... Which one did he follow them out of the trash pile? That was on one of the originals.
Yeah.
When he followed him to Lando.
Cloud City.
Yep. And what was the other Bounty Honey's name? Bounty Honey. That's a Star Wars porn. Boba Fett porn, the Bounty Honey. The other one that looked like a damn velociraptor that stood right beside him. He has a name too. They were going to make a movie out of him. It was like a chat about it.
I don't know. I know they're making a Mandalorian's TV show, or at least they were.
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
I'd watch Mandalorian every once in a while. There's a truck or something in town that's painted like a matte green.
Mm-hmm.
Like Boba Fett, and he's got a big Mandalorian sticker in the back glass. I think that thing was cool as shit. That's like one of the only tattoos I'd ever get would be a Boba Fett tattoo.
I can't tell that lie.
That and Sasquatch. Well, you got like the whole cast of Disney on your arm, don't you?
No. Fuck Disney.
My wife actually does. That's why I said that.
I have a half sleeve that's nothing but video game characters, and then I have a half sleeve that's nothing but Batman stuff.
I know you had the video game one.
Yeah, it's on my left arm. My right arm's a Batman half sleeve, and then I got a Slipknot tattoo and another Legend of Zelda tattoo. No Disney. Well, I got a Kingdom Hearts Keyblade if you want to count that, but
you don't have a full-back Roman soldier? What are you doing? What are you doing with your life?
I haven't made it there yet.
You don't have the... Oh, man. You know what would be a cool one? Only for me, though, because no one else would care. The cover from Deliverance, where they had the guys with the double-barrel shotgun sticking up out of the water. Full back. I don't know if you've seen that before.
It's been a long time.
But there's the cover of it was the water, but like two hands supposed to be like the dead guy holding a double barrel. Mm-hmm. And then like the guys in the background paddling. So that would be the coolest tattoo, but no one would get it. And I wouldn't get anything but squeal like a pig jokes. Everyone forgets Deliverance isn't actually a good movie. It's actually Smokey and the Bandit level, but just a little bit of butt play, and everybody forgets about the good parts. Rape one fat dude. Phew, plot out the window. Forget about it.
I don't know. That might be why some people watches it.
No, that's what brought me in. The canoe scenes kept me.
Hell, I don't keep shame.
I got I've got like a place in the garage where I'm going to put my kayaks if I ever get any more than one, and I'm going to get a big Deliverance poster and put behind them. A movie poster. I'm not even kidding. There's one with Burt Reynolds. He's like pulling a bow back or something, or paddling. I want that behind. That'd be the coolest thing ever. Like a 5x4 Burt Reynolds picture with no mustache paddling a boat.
See, that's just unsettling.
I might put it on might put it on the roof of my bedroom or the ceiling of my bedroom instead of mirrors. Inspiration.
I guess so. If you're gonna put it on the ceiling, though, he's gotta have the mustache.
Have that scene where he turns around and smiles at a camera and Smokey and the Bandit right before he drives off.
I mean, that's it. I mean, he influenced a whole generation of mustaches. Hell, I think my father-in-law still has a Burt Reynolds mustache.
I saw a dude today at church coming to pick his kid up from Sunday school, and he had a denim jacket, a mustache, and some plastic straight across aviator glasses. Not a State Trooper edition, but they kind of look like a tape reel. You know, they're straight across and come down in like a giant circle.
Yeah.
Like most 80s thing I've ever seen. I'm like, this guy did not know the century changed. I don't even want to tell him what year it is.
Dude, we went somewhere the other day, and there was like a 14, 15-year-old kid. I mean, he was a teenager, and he had a mullet, like straight up Joe Dirt mullet.
Great Scott! I have a rat tail. Oh shit!
I don't know which one's worse.
Here's what this guy says: if you choose the man, damn air off in here. If you choose Sugar Puff commercials, you get a Sugar Puff commercial. Sugar Puff cereal, you get a Sugar Puff cereal commercial. If you choose the Frosties, you get a Frosties advertisement. I'll bet that's the same way with your tape.
Yeah. I chose Sugar Puffs.
Have you seen Bumblebee yet?
I have.
When he shoots Rickroll across the
Yeah.
She puts Rickroll in there. Pew! I saw 3/4 of it last night, and my daughter got sick during it, so we had to leave.
Oh man, that sucked.
She had a Mike and Ike injury. First ever in history. she was we got some Mike and Ike. She was sitting there eating them, and like it was right when all the Autobots started coming to the planet. When he shot that scientist into goo.
Yeah.
Right about then. Spoiler alert on Transformers, by the way. Not giving one shit here. But right about then, she goes, my tooth, and she started crying because she doesn't like to sit through movies anyway, no matter how good they are.
Yeah.
So she started getting sad. I thought she was acting up because of that, and she started crying and holding her mouth, and I was like, oh god. I said, this better not be emergency room later. I think she's cutting teeth on her back, and it hurt there. Something had to happen.
Yeah.
But I'll have to catch it on a torrent or on wait till it comes out on Blu-ray.
It was a decent movie. I mean,
I wasn't too sad that I missed it because I know exactly how it ends. I don't have to. There's not going to be a plot twist.
It was a hell of a lot better than the last Transformers movie.
Did they leave a space for a sequel? Obviously.
Oh yeah. You want me to tell you how it ends?
Sure.
Spoilers.
Oh yeah,
So,
I know how it ends. I just don't know what happens.
Okay, so they fight and everything. At the very end of it, Bumblebee escapes, and you see him. He transforms into the Camaro
from the first one.
Yeah, and he starts going down the road, and an 18-wheeler pulls up to him, and then it pans, and all of a sudden it's Bumblebee and Optimus Prime sitting there talking. So it's either leading up to a sequel because the rest of the Autobots aren't there yet, or it's just leading up until the start of the first one with Michael Bay.
Yeah, but on that one, it acknowledged that they never heard of Transformers before.
Yeah.
But
the canon around those movies and the timelines are so fucked up at this point.
But wasn't that Command in General like the same one from the first Star Wars, Michael Bay?
I think so.
Not John Cena, but the older guy that looks like every butthurt type A military dude. The blonde hair.
I think so. At the same time, he looks like every one of those guys. So.
Or no, well, I have no idea because it was a black dude. I watched the night that last one, Dark of Night or whatever it was called before we left. So I think that's where I thought he was there. No,
The
not the
last
same
night.
dude. Yeah, the one with the dinosaurs. And the Transformer looked like John Goodman, or sounded like John Goodman.
Oh, Dark
Oh,
of the Moon.
it was after that. It was like last night. It was like a Game of Thrones title.
Yeah, it's the last night. That movie was so fucking bad. I mean, Transformers have not been good since like the first or the second one, but the last night was a whole new level.
Once it got away from, dare I say, Shia LaBeouf. Once it got away from Shia LaBeouf, they started to suck.
I know.
It's the exact opposite of Indiana Jones.
Well, really though, I mean, is Marky Mark a good actor?
Wahlberg.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I
they
mean,
brought him back.
Every time I see Mark Wahlberg try to act in a serious role, all I see is Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
At least you don't see Boogie Nights.
It's just as bad. I don't know. It's just I can't take him as serious as an actor.
Oh, there's Adam. Not Adam, but George Takei. Oh, he did quit social media. When you were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
the main Bandersnatch character quit social media?
Yeah.
And George Takei said it. It must be true.
Really, we should all just quit social media.
It'd be nice. Download all my kids' pictures and quit. Put them on an external hard drive and put them on a CD and then print them out into an album like back in the 80s. Don't make me have to get a notepad and watch Bandersnatch. Take notes, waste a whole day. Use some sick leave. Run out like that lady on Interstellar. Eureka!
I just want to see how much it deviates. And obviously, just talking to you, it deviates a lot more than I thought it did.
Oh yeah, apparently there's two right between us that it did different. And some people are calling the endings where it wraps back around an ending, which it's not. I don't consider those endings. I consider those dead ends.
Yeah, that's about what they are. I mean, ending is where the credits roll. In my opinion.
Oh, but in the History Repeats Itself, the credits do roll. And then it starts over with that history feature storyline. And then I guess if you destroy the computer, they roll for good. Because I thought it was over, because it took like an hour and 5 minutes for it to get to that. Like, that's a little quick. That's a little fast.
There's a meme I just saw on Reddit. It's a picture of the Bandersnatch logo on Netflix where it says it's an hour and 30 minutes. And there's a guy underneath it. He's like, so that was a fucking lie.
From an hour and 10 minutes to Bandersnatch runtime. What does IMDb say? But it doesn't. They had to say something. This is like the Bert Kreischer Open Tabs podcast, where he just talks about all the stuff he searched that week in his hotel room. Ooh, I was looking at jet skis. Ooh, Will Poulter.
You know, that's not a bad idea though, because sometimes I go down some rabbit holes.
This is an hour and 30 minutes. It's longer than that.
That's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing Netflix tries to say.
Yeah, I guess once you're in it, you don't even care. It's not like somebody's like, oh, an hour and 30 minutes for I go see my mom at the hospital. Guess I better pop this on real quick and kill some time.
Yeah, no shit.
Then all of a sudden you miss your mom's surgery because you're trying to kill your doctor. Sorry, kick my dad in the balls.
So, I don't know if this is new, but Game of Thrones final season's premiere date has been revealed.
What's that?
It's going to come April 14th, 2019.
They didn't even make you vote for burning a big block of ice this year.
I know, that was the craziest shit. And my dumbass sat there and watched that block of ice for like...
I bet I spent a good 30 minutes on that block of ice.
Yeah.
Ooh, CNET. They did say it. It's to find like a website you've heard of before. 8 p.m. Ooh, official teaser. Dun, 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 dun. This is never going to play. What's going to happen on... I guess we're done with Bandersnatch, though. Oh, it's playing. Basically broke down that there are several endings, and I basically wanted to hear if you went down a different way, and I guess Colin dying off the ledge was definitely a different way.
Yeah, obviously, because he never showed back up. So.
All right. Guess we can start.
I kind of like the guy.
Yeah, he was like one of my favorite characters. I wanted him to be more of a... He was smoking those hand-rolled cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like he'd been to jail. Did some time.
When you got to do the acid, that wasn't a cigarette.
Oh, no, not that. No. But when he was in his cubicle, it was.
Yeah, it's just crazy thinking going back to the 80s. They used to be able to sit inside of an office and smoke.
Yeah, like really stinky stuff, too.
Yeah. They would escort your ass out now if you tried to do it.
Well, you know they used to smoke on post, too.
Yeah.
Because there's some places that still have the ashtrays built into the wall.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
Times have changed.
You get a counseling from your supervisor if you get caught smoking within 50 feet.
Yeah, I know it.
I see them trying to stand under the ledges at the Sparkman Center and vape. And they're like, oh, sir, you'll have to move. It's raining. I don't care. But it's Raspberry Surprise.
I worked at one place to where you actually had to leave the campus to smoke. So it would be like 20 degrees outside and just pouring down rain. And people would still go every break.
Start smoking just so I can get 17 lunch breaks.
Yeah, no shit. And you ain't got to charge them.
No. You just go because it's in... So I'm going to go have a smoke. I just walk around. I'll take like 5 minutes I'll take 5 or 8 minutes once an hour and walk around, look at sunshine.
Yeah.
One dude I work with calls it going to the bat cave. He's going to the bat cave. Like, whatever, bro. Ain't got nothing going on.
Yeah, because we had to do that because like, we have windows in our office, but our windows are just windows that look out into the hall.
Real good. Where'd you move to? You still on Redstone?
Yeah, just over the S3I building.
So you're way over there.
Yeah, it's out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I'll be looking midsummer. Or toward the end, about the time football season starts again, I'll be deciding my next move because we may get a raise or we may get the same company. If I get a raise, I may stay. If I don't, I may leave.
Yeah.
Horrible problems to have.
It is. My problem now is I was hired to be a C# programmer and somehow I'm a Java developer, so yeah.
When they pull that crap, they're asking to get a vacancy.
I know it's like I wrote C# for like the first month I was there, and now ever since I've been writing Java. And there's a reason I don't want to apply for Java developer positions. I mean,
Would you tell them you could?
I told him that I worked with it before. And he was like, here, well, we need help here, do this. It's like, you fuckers.
Well, you probably did it good, too. You probably put your best foot forward. All of a sudden, you're an expert.
Nah, by the time they moved me over to that, I was done trying to impress them. So it's in slacking mode. You know, you only work hard for like the first month to make them think they got a good investment, and then you slack off a little bit. You gotta keep the bar a little low.
I didn't have that advantage at this job because I went straight into a field I'd never been in.
Oh, so see, that's good. If you don't know shit, you can't act like you know shit.
Yeah, that's the best. Be playing with low expectations. Now I'm starting to learn a little bit. Now they're expecting me. You know that. I'm not telling you that. Oh, damn it. Guess the jig is up. The proverbial jig is proverbially up. Oh, smack. Snap. I said, oh, smack. Last season was the one where they shot that dragon.
Yep.
I was just scrolling through here. I forgot about the dragon. How did I forget about the blue dragon?
Or spoilers, by the way.
If you ain't seen that. does this sound? Oh. I mean, it's been a year. What? It's been more than a year.
I know, like I spoiled of Infinity War at work a couple of weeks ago, and everybody's like mad as hell. Like, look, it's on Netflix. It's been out for almost a year. It's your fault.
I figure TV shows a week in closed company if you know the people. Movies you give them till if they're on Netflix. That's way overstepping.
I mean, you're in a group of a bunch of nerds. I mean, you kind of expect people to want to talk about it.
And if you know what was that guy's name? He used to work with Rob.
Yeah.
Tittle, Christmas card guy.
Yep.
I would just bust a spoiler out to him in a day because he always said he saw it, and one day he didn't, and I felt terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry, man, my wife's sick. I just ruined it for you. That's all right. We figured it's gonna happen.
That's why I always try to go opening weekend to see it because I browse Reddit a lot, and I work with a bunch of people that like movies. So some asshole's gonna spoil it somewhere.
Oh man, you ain't kidding. And remember when Star Wars came back?
Yeah.
The Force Awakens. That morning, we had tickets were like 10 or 11 in the morning. That morning I woke up and was getting ready. And I don't know what I was searching, but I wrote how did and Google auto-populated Han Solo die. I was like, fuck you, Google. I was like, I kind of panicked. I had to go to the bathroom and like splash water in my face. I was like, oh God. And so the whole time I didn't even tell my friend I went with. It's like knowing a secret. Like I caught his wife cheating on him.
That's just about as bad. It's about as heartbreaking.
And thank God it just happened. I was like, come on. I was like, when's he gonna kill him? And then my friend was sitting beside me. He goes, he's gonna kill him. He's gonna kill him. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna kill him. It's not gonna be good.
Killing them all.
Well, would you look at that? We just did an hour.
We did.
Yep. Get up in the morning and do it all over again. That was pretty good. First movie review.
Yeah. Spoiled the shit out of it.
Oh, I don't even care. I think this is actually a movie you can spoil because everybody wants to see what they didn't get.
Yeah, I mean, like hell, we sat here and talked about an hour and like half the shit I did, you didn't do.
Yep. Yeah, I think everybody I've talked to about it's like, what'd you get? It's like lottery numbers.
Yeah.
All right, it's Sunday, getting late. We'll wrap this sucker up. We've had a good time. We'll do it again maybe in the next few days.
Sounds good to me.
All right. You have a good week. I'm going to bust out of here and go running in the morning. Hopefully I got a giant nature hike at the end of the next month.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it is. All righty. Peace out. Bean Sprout. See you later.